Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. It is Sunday, November 18th, 2012, just about 5:45, a little before 6 p.m. And what we have here is pretty obvious. It is the Wii U Deluxe set. This, of course, here in North America is the launch day debut of the brand new Wii U. You essentially have two choices. You can get the basic, which is a white 4 gigabyte. Doesn't come with any of the extras or include Nintendo Land. Believe retail on it is $2.99, and then the deluxe edition that you see here retails for $3.49. That said, you do get a game, a couple other accessories. We'll cover that here in a little bit, but overall, and 32 gigabyte is the other main selling point. But in my opinion, this is a better value for your money. That said, if you plan to do something different, have a lot of external hardware, don't care for Nintendo Land, you can actually save the $50, put it towards a different title you would prefer. Backstory on this one: I pre-ordered. I was the first person to pre-order at my local Toys R Us. This was back like the 14th of September. Actually went in the day that it was announced you could pre-order. My local store actually didn't even have the cards ready. I have a fairly lengthy post about this on the blog, but long story short, I was running out of town the next day. Got to call an associate. She was nice enough to take my charge card info, hold everything for me. Then basically just ran in the next week, picked up my reservation ticket. It was a $20 deposit. Hopefully you pre-ordered or you slept in front of a store, because contrary to what you hear about stock being ramped up this time compared to the Wii in 2006, I genuinely believe, particularly at least here in the holiday time, these will be fairly hard to come by. While I do think Nintendo is probably going to actually produce more units and not have the shortage issues, this being high demand, there's a lot of scalpers, and to be honest with you, they've probably already hit up your local town and raided the stores between the family. It's usually a family affair with the scalpers. But main reason, that's why I stressed on the blog and in several videos, if you want a Wii U, pre-order it by all means. That said, that's what I did. Hopefully you did too, or you were out in front of the store. I know a lot of you probably hoping to get this for Christmas or a birthday, maybe later on, but for all intents and purposes, you're probably going to see the $2.99 basic and $3.49 deluxe prices set in stone for quite some time. This is actually the second largest launch lineup in history. I think the PlayStation 2 had a couple more titles. I'm talking like 2 or 3. So with that going for it, and the fact that there will be key titles yet to come, kind of like a Mario Kart U, Mario Party, things like that, the basic bread and butter of Nintendo, in addition to a lot better third-party support. If you're holding out for a price drop, kind of like we saw with the 3DS, I do not anticipate that happening myself. That said, that kind of covers the backstory. Again, mine was from Toys R Us via pre-order. Retail is $3.49 for the deluxe version here. And we will actually now get down to what you want to see. If you're just watching this for the first time, all my unboxings are longer than most people. I go into a lot of detail in an attempt to cover questions people will ask, simply because it's hard for me to keep up with YouTube comments. If you are new and you don't want to watch the video, just want to see the pertinent stuff, which kind of defeats the unboxing video. But if you're so inclined, take the blog link at the top of the video description. It'll kind of have pictures, the pertinent details in text form, save you some time. But for everybody else, this is what you want to see, what's actually in the box, what the box art looks like, etc. So I debated, actually, I don't know if you saw the official Nintendo unboxing. I think it was Iwata. It was like 5 a.m. when I watched it, but he actually put on the white gloves. If I knew a place where I could get white gloves that didn't cost a ton of money, I was actually going to do it, just to kind of be funny. But nonetheless, the box, I assure you most of those are not my fingerprints. It was handled pretty well by whoever delivered it, and I guess the store employees, which, by the way, my local Toys R Us did sell completely out. I was, I guess, one of the only people to pre-order, and surprisingly, and apparently everything was gone by 11. Just in about the 10 minutes I stood at the checkout, trying to get my $20 and whatnot credited back. there was about 5 or 6 people that actually came up asking about the Wii U. So, like I said, hopefully you've already got yours. If not, hopefully, Santa will come through or something. Nonetheless, if you're diligent, and stay with it, hopefully you can land one, beat the scalpers. This is another thing, don't spend more than retail. It may take you another month or two, but it's not worth an extra $150 to get this thing. That said, I do think it's actually well worth the money. I know a lot of people have complained about the $349. This is, just as the Wii was very innovative, I view this the same way because of the Gamepad, which we'll kind of get a look at that. But this is, I guess, technically the back side. From that, we'll actually transition over here. We'll do the bottom first. It's not as exciting. Just your basic Nintendo. I remember that seal as a child. That was actually on my NES when we got that for Christmas one year when I was a little kid. So it's kind of cool they've kept that and haven't like modernized it, if you will. I'm actually kind of partial to it. Anyway, nothing real important down there. The top side, all we have is the Nintendo, the Wii U. The box is very glossy. That's why the lights are reflecting off of it. I'll try to position it as best I can and kind of scroll it for you. But got the Nintendo logo here in the corner. Obviously, the front side of the Deluxe is going to highlight the Gamepad in black. And then the console itself, which is supposedly roughly the same size as the Wii. It's just kind of oriented a little differently. Lay flat, if you will. And then down at the bottom, Deluxe set, 32 gigabyte. And then the Wii U logo. If you note on the Deluxe versions here, you're going to have the exclusive offer. Deluxe digital promotion. For more information, you're going to need to go to ddp.nintendo.com. That's something, if you come back in on the blog, I'll kind of cover that there for you. And again, for most people, if you weren't concerned about the extra storage space, for the money, you're basically saving $10 on Nintendo Land, which I think looks pretty cool. That is obviously included. Now, what I really like about Nintendo is they are specific, so I don't have to be. We'll start in over here. I'll just read this verbatim to you. This is the right side of the box, if you will. The Deluxe set. Play games. Experience revolutionary new ways to play together with the innovative Wii U Gamepad controller. Enjoy top new games from your favorite gaming franchises. Play in full 1080p HD for the first time ever on a Nintendo video game console. And an important note here, it is backwards compatible. Almost all your existing Wii games and accessories will work with Wii U. Not sure what the exceptions are there, but I'm sure all the main titles are going to be compatible. Connect, kind of a target goal of Nintendo. Make and share new Mii characters. Easily interact with friends, family, and people around the world via Miiverse, which I think is going to be awesome. It looks like they've really got a nice layout there, and I think they're going to continually tweak it. Next up, download add-on content, full games, classic games, and applications from the Nintendo eShop, all content sold separately. And communicate with other Wii U owners in real time with Wii U Chat. I have watched some videos there between Japan and Reggie. Kind of looks interesting. I won't spend a lot of time on it. Just kind of something else to diversify your console. And last selling point here on the side, enjoy entertainment. Watch your favorite TV shows, movies, and more with video on demand. Control your TV by using the Wii U Gamepad as a remote control. And lastly, browse the internet on the Wii U Gamepad and share your activity on your TV. That's actually, I've seen that in a video they just released the other day. It looks like their browser is actually getting pretty good reviews. Coming around, we've got the backside there, and we'll take a look now. This will actually make my job much, much easier. Basically, what we have here, number 1 is going to be our Wii U console. Number 2 will be the Wii U Gamepad. 3 and 4 essentially look exactly the same. 1 is the actual console AC adapter, and the other is the AC adapter for your Gamepad. Number 5, and this is actually kind of a big deal because it would have been an added expense. It would have been, depending on the quality you get, I mean, it could have been a significant amount of money you'd be out. But the HDMI cable is included. Then number 6, you get the sensor bar. 7, this one here is actually the Gamepad cradle. 8 is going to be the Gamepad stand. I think one of them will actually let you plug it in and charge or something. I saw it in a video, I don't quite remember the details. Number 9 is the Wii U Console Stand. That basically allows you to put it upright, similar to what you have with the Wii. Instead of, laying flat, you can actually stand it up. That's actually probably what I'll do. With your basic set, you're going to get the, console 4GB, the gamepad, both AC adapters, sensor bar, and the HDMI cable. You actually don't get 7, 8, 9, or 10 as best I know. This was all back when it happened in September, but from what I understand, in addition to Nintendo Land and the 32 gig, your other perks, were the 3 stands. So, if you don't care about Nintendo Land and say you've got like tons of external hard drives, you might be justified to go with the basic set, but for most people, just the fact that you get Nintendo Land, you're basically saving $10 with that. You're getting the extra storage, which is kind of a big deal, and then the stands, which may or may not come in handy, but essentially you save yourself money, in my opinion. I had another point. I actually do not have an HDMI port on my TV. I don't want to replace my TV because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That said, luckily I do have a modern computer monitor, so I can play games there, kind of take advantage of it. People had speculated they would include adapters. They have not done that. I don't think Nintendo has an official product on the market. That said, for PS3 and Xbox, they have the same problem. If you buy that and don't have an HD, MI port on your TV, those adapters have become so commonplace now. When I was at Toys R Us, they actually had a monster one for $14.99. Basically, that means you ought to be able to find it for under $10, either on Amazon, Walmart, or Target. And similarly, you can probably find lesser quality, but for $10 or so, I think you can convert it. It should work. Obviously, I don't know if anyone's tested it since this just came out today. I may actually do that at some point, but just for the meantime, kind of here tentatively, I'm planning on sticking it, onto the computer. Let me get the portal power out of the way here. This is obviously what it's going to look like. I don't know which tray is which. That's kind of the fun and exciting part. But we'll just pull it out. It's anytime Nintendo does something, it's usually packed very, very well. That seems to be the case here. So I do want to keep this in pretty good condition. This is what I'll just call Tray 1. Looks like the adapters in Nintendo Land. Get that portal over here. Obviously that means Tray 2 is probably where the money is. So that is in fact the case. I will set it down here. I'm actually going to have to set the box down. We'll just start with Tray 2 since it was on the top the way I unboxed it. What we have here is going to be one of the AC adapters. Note, as you should know by now, I'm kind of a stickler for packaging. I do deal in shipping at work. With this not being taped and not being tied in a knot or having a twisty tie or zip tie or something, makes it very, very easy for the end user to actually get out. That said, they do have one here. Interestingly enough, it's open on both ends. I thought that side was actually vacuum sealed, but we'll go ahead and take this twisty tie off, set it aside, and then just let everything drop down. I have heard some people complain that all the adapters are gray and their consoles are black. To me, it's not a huge deal. It kind of would be nice if it was color coordinated, but to me, it's not a huge deal. Basically, what we have here is maybe like, I don't know, 2 to 3 feet of cord here to plug into your wall. And then this is significantly longer. I'm not going to unravel it for you, but should be at least 6 feet. Obviously, a little USB port there. We'll set that one aside. Come in now, take a look, see what this one is. Obviously, this is the same setup, it's just a lot bigger. So again, they did a real nice job here, keeping the packaging, simple for the end user. we'll let that slide down. There's actually a white, for what it's worth, twist tie around this one. I guess that kind of distinguishes them a little bit. Probably just, you know, for packing inspections or something. But we'll let that one slide down. Throw that to the side. Obviously, this one is much, much bigger. Looks like it's basically, you know, double the length of the cord here for your wall outlet. And then I'd say probably 6 feet again. This will be their little plug-in that's obviously going to go to the console. And again, you can tell the difference just in size. I'm assuming this will be correct. I could be wrong, but anyway, console adapter is this giant behemoth, and then the gamepad adapter ought to be the smaller one. I could be wrong there, but I don't think I am. That said, we will come in now. Here is Nintendo Land. This obviously comes standard with our Wii U Deluxe set. I guess we'll unbox that here in a little bit. Might even do it separately since it's not included with everything. But just since it is here, here's a quick glance at the cover. I actually didn't look in the store to see if the gamepad was white or black. It would be interesting to know if this got like a special cover art or not. But I think this will actually be kind of fun. It's essentially, you know, the Wii Sports of the Wii U, if you will. This kind of your base package software. Next up, we have our owner's manual. Obviously, the promo here to join Club Nintendo. I mention this all the time. These people do not pay me. But if you are not a member of Club Nintendo, I suggest you sign up. It's free, doesn't cost anything, pretty simple to do. Then every time you buy hardware or games, you get coins that you can redeem for some pretty sweet prizes. I think it's club.nintendo.com, if I remember correctly. That said, we are now ready, as you can see here in tray 2, as I'm dubbing it. We'll go ahead and turn this up. What we have here, I guess I'll get to the cord first. Alright. I'm guessing, okay, yeah, this is our HDMI port. Obviously, as I said, I don't have HDMI, so it's kind of new to me. But if you do not have an HDMI port, I think that those adapters currently on the market should work. I see no reason why they wouldn't. I may test one out, I don't know, but for the time being, I'm actually just going to use this and hook it up directly, you know, to my computer that is set up for HDMI. But I don't know, I'd say maybe 6 feet or so there as well. We'll fold that up, kind of keep it there. Right here, we have, what is that? It could be the console stand, actually, I think is what these two are. Kind of held together with some green tape. Let's go ahead and get those out for you. Alright, so I believe, you know, that's what that is the console stand. So essentially, you know, you'll pull them out, stick the console in there, then you can have it upright. That is exclusive to the Deluxe set. Next up is either the stand or the cradle. Not quite remembering which is which, but nonetheless, there it is, a Nintendo seal of approval. Set it there. And then in this, you know, soft padded envelope, we actually have the charging station. This is similar to what you see with the 3DS, where, as you can kind of see here, when we put an item down, you can see those pins come out. That's going to allow you to charge it. The plug right here is your USB port. So I guess it would probably sit like this. You know, have the cord come in from the back. You can kind of see where it's recessed. USB port's there. You would have that plugged into the wall or your charger or wherever, and you know, then the gamepad would sit there and you could actually play while it charged. You know, say that you got like a low battery while you're right near the end of a level or a save point type situation. Last thing in this tray is going to be our sensor bar. Let's see if we can get it out here. It has a very long cord, just as usual. I don't know if the Wii's is compatible or not. It looks like the same thing, at least, you know, through all the packaging. But Again, it is protected pretty well, this stuff. I mean, number one, it had that little crevice in the tray that keeps it from moving around or getting smashed. And then just the soft padding, you know, ensures it's not going to be damaged before it gets to you. So this one, interestingly enough, is all black. I believe the one with my Wii was silver on the top with the black infrared bars. Again, note that the cord is gray. Kind of Nintendo killers, I guess. But if I remember right, that looks like the same plug. They probably do interchange. Don't hold me to that. But, you know, if something happens to the other one, or, you know, if yours was broken for the Wii and you shelved it, you can swap sensor bars out now. That said, I think we have gotten everything out of this one now. I'm just going to kind of cast this aside so we can get to the good stuff. And that would be the separate tray here. Obviously, we have not unboxed the console and we have not unboxed the gamepad yet, so to speak. We will come in now. This is where I wished I had my white gloves. Kind of pay homage to Nintendo. Packed very well. I'd say it's maybe like the weight of a... If this was a textbook, I feel like the textbook might be a little bit heavier. But it does have some substance to it, you know, to say the least. Trying to find the seal point. It's right there. You can actually just come up and go about it that way. We'll come in now. I'm trying to kind of keep this as, you know, clean as we can. Alright, I'll try to keep my fingerprints off of this for you. That's why I'm holding it awkwardly. There we go. We'll set that aside. There is the Wii U console itself. Basically, looks like that's going to be our, yeah, that's pretty swanky. It blends right in the way they did it this time. If you recall, the Wii had that kind of trapdoor effect, but this one, it's got a little tab right there you can get your fingernail in. That looks like an SD card slot, but I was told we wouldn't have that. Yeah, okay, silly me. You can't really see it well in the camera, but that is an SD card. I'd actually read stuff online that said they were taking that away. And then right here is 2 USB ports. More importantly, your sync button is going to be that red one right there. That is actually a button, not a light. Here is your power button, and here is your disc eject button. Obviously the sides over here for cooling. Similar set, well, actually that side is not. The back side, we have the yellow plug, which I believe is our console adapter. The orangish red one is going to be for our sensor bar. What is that one? That's going to be our AV multi-out. This will be our HDMI. There you can kind of see the fan. I actually don't know if you could see that. Anyway, console adapter, multi-out, that's your sensor bar, HDMI, you know, the internals and the fans, and then 2 more USB ports. There's the bottom side of it. We'll come in. I kind of want to set this up if we can't get it. I guess I would do it like the Wii. So we would actually... There we go. I know that's not centered or anything, but you know, that's what I wanted to do, just kind of get it out of the way but still visible. On this side, left-hand side of the packaging, we have, of course, our Wii U gamepad. This one's not taped up or, you know, has like the light adhesive or anything. Simply come in, pull it out also carefully, and there it is. That is our Wii U gamepad. Pretty nice, feels good in my hands already. There's kind of our camera, your XYAB home button. Looks like it's got the built-in microphone. Battery indicator, I guess that's going to allow you to switch to your TV. There's the power button. You've got start and select. Of course, your D-pad over here. We will flip it around now. You've actually got note, 2 shoulder buttons, left and right. And then down here, you've kind of got your Z button, you know, nunchuck effect, if you will, I guess. Let me flip it over so you can actually see things a little better. Again, 2 shoulder buttons. I guess that's kind of like your nunchuck, if you will. There's a jack for headphones. There is the AC adapter port, the little mini USB. Over here is the volume I'd alluded to, and not quite sure what. Oh wow, I did not know this came with a stylus. It made sense to, but pretty good length stylus there. Again, I'm someone with larger hands, so I actually appreciate a longer stylus. That said, since it's still on the pool table, I think I mentioned this when I unboxed the Terrapin stylus. This will come in real handy for the Wii U Gamepad. But down here on the bottom, we actually have, what is that? Okay, that's just going to be where we put it in the cradle, and it will charge. Since I've got them both here, you can kind of see again these little rotating wheels, if you will, are going to rest in there, and then this will actually come in. You can plug in there, you know, to, I guess, charge it up, and then your other option is to use the USB and actually, you know, nest it in the cradle here. But that's basically it. That is our Wii U Gamepad to go with our Wii U Deluxe. Obviously the black is going to indicate that. A couple people have already asked me about different colors. I think we will eventually see that, but you know, I don't know that it'll be for quite some time. I think for them to do that, there'd probably have to be like a lag in sales. I really don't envision that as being an issue for a long time. That said, let me see if I can't set that back there. What we get, I hate how that's glaring back at my arm. In this tray though, you know, what we had is obviously the Wii U Gamepad, and then over here we actually had the console. Let me try and get everything back. That one would charge it, obviously the cradle. Here's the stand. We've got the Wii U standing via the stands included. Again, the orange port, or reddish orange, whatever you want to call it, will be your new sensor bar. Looks like it has a very long cord yet again. We get HDMI cable. Again, you know, a lot of people think it's kind of odd to include it. It is an expense, and most importantly, we don't have to pay for it. It comes bundled with the hardware, so very much appreciated. Then we have our console AC adapter. That's going to be the one here with the yellow. And lastly, we have our you know, gamepad adapter. The instruction manual, Club Nintendo. I guess I can take that out, kind of give you a look at it. Alright, so we've got stuff we don't read. And there's our English quick start guide. Operations manual, just to give you an idea, it looks like it is going to be roughly, let's try to find the dividing line here. 45 pages, 46, yeah, I guess 56 pages, you know, at least for English. My apologies to anyone else, but you should expect roughly the same thing. Anyway, you know, basically, at this point in time, you want to get everything charging. The console obviously doesn't need to charge, but I have heard that the initial update takes roughly an hour to an hour and 45 minutes. Obviously, it's going to depend on your download speed, but keep that in mind. You know, you probably are going to want to charge your gamepad while you kind of, you know, explore everything. But anyway, there it is. Again, $349 is the price for our Deluxe. That includes your console, the gamepad, all the adapters, stands you see there. Of course, our copy of Nintendo Land for Wii U. Instruction manual, the box is very nice. It's packaged great. Very user-friendly in terms of getting everything out. Again, like I said, I know this is probably longer than most people, but I try to kind of go into more detail. Once again, to recap, mine was gotten via pre-order from Toys R Us. $349 is retail. The Deluxe set's 32 gigabyte, comes with Nintendo Land, includes the gamepad stand, gamepad cradle, and the 2 legs you see under the console stand. Like I said, to me that justifies the price. You know, the additional memory, the game, and the stands. In all honesty, the game justifies the price. But like I said, if for some reason you weren't inclined for Nintendo Land, or not a big fan of what you'd seen so far, you can go with the Deluxe. The cool thing about this is it is set up basically for an external hard drive. It'll take care of all of your downloads or eShop purchases, etc. But obviously what I'm going to do now is clear this up, get everything connected, get the update going, and hopefully have some feedback for people here later on tonight, how I like everything, and maybe take care of some other stuff. But one last thing, just as a bonus, hopefully you watch this in time. If you note in the background there, I've got NSMBU and Assassin's Creed 3, both for Wii U. I guess I'll unbox those since it's kind of going to be new and different and cool. But main thing I'm telling you that for is Toys R Us. I was shocked when I saw this. I had it on the blog last night, but buy one, get one, 40% off all Wii and Wii U games. I'd expect that with Wii, but Wii U literally just came out. All these games are just available to you, and that's kind of why I don't usually pre-order games. I kind of do it with hardware and miscellaneous things, but there's almost always a great deal on games. My local store, they had a lot of copies of NSMBU, Nintendo Land. Assassin's Creed was sold down pretty low. Looked like they only had one copy of Mass Effect 3. Black Ops 2 had quite a few copies. Again, I don't know what their stock was, but there were some, and some of the lesser known titles like Tank Tank Tank. I don't know if they just didn't get them or it was a huge hit with the people that came in and bought them or something. But I don't think you're going to have trouble with the games. That's just kind of a cover. And again, the reason I'm telling you, come in, buy NSMBU, and then a game of equal or lesser value like Assassin's Creed 3, Black Ops 2, Mass Effect, Darksiders, Tank Tank Tank, Madden, whatever you want to get, is 40% off. And that is a huge deal, simply because they're brand new games for a brand new system. And it's very rare you see a promotion quite like that. Maybe $5 or a $10 gift card type deal, but to get 40% off makes a pretty sweet setup. But again, that's it. That is my black Wii U Deluxe 32 gig with Nintendo Land. I'll try to take some pictures maybe for the blog to showcase everything. All the hardware, the console and the gamepad, that's why I've got them sitting down. I don't want them like glaring back at you, but they're very glossy. That's really not an issue aside from like taking pictures or a video of it. But very nice setup. Everything seems to be very good quality, which is what you've come to expect from Nintendo. I'm going to quit yakking so I can actually go kind of set everything up and have some fun tonight. But I should have some new Skylanders videos up too. I've edited all of them through part 41, so I decided I'd throw that in there. But questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube. That said, for a much quicker response, I suggest you use the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. Tend to get to that every night. The YouTube stuff is just incredibly hard for me to keep up with. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, hopefully this helps show you what you get with your Wii U, kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. If you follow the blog link, I'll kind of post my updates and thoughts on the Wii U and everything as I go along tonight and into the early part of this coming week. If you wanted it, hopefully you got it. If you're a parent watching, like I say, try not to exceed retail. I feel like if you're patient, it'll come out. Hopefully you pre-ordered. If not, and you camped out, hope you had a good time, met some new people, got street pass tags, etc. But that was another thing. I was bummed when I picked mine up. Once again, no street pass tags. But such goes my life, I suppose. But again, looks like a great system. We've got a great lineup to begin with, and then obviously we're going to have some bread and butter games coming out real soon. It's kind of cool to see Nintendo back with, big time third party titles, kind of not just like the lesser knowns or stuff. And the great thing is, because of the Wii era, we're kind of going to still have that relationship with some of those smaller developers. There's a lot of hidden gems out there. I don't want to go into that, but main thing is, November 18th, 2012 here in the U.S., Wii U's out. It seems to be sold out pretty much everywhere. Very popular. Looks like a great system. I'm excited. And like I said, if you got it, congratulations. Hope you enjoy it. For those of you hoping to get it for Christmas or a birthday or just a regular old gift, hopefully that happens. And main thing is hopefully you get it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Like I said, I will update along on the blog for everybody, kind of give you my impressions. But until next time, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you as we unbox some of the Wii U games.